And it is 9:31 and time for Tillamook Today. And it's going to be a little bit different today because I'm the guest.
Woohoo.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. And it's Friday. I know it's funny. I don't have anybody sitting in here. I have to look at Maria through a window.
Yeah. We don't usually do it this way. It's a little odd.
But it's kind
it'll
of
work.
fun.
Yeah.
So if listeners don't know, you and your husband, right?
Yes.
Run the Tillamook Animal Shelter.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And my son works there too. So it's kind of a family affair thing.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever been to the animal shelter. I mean, not you, obviously, but other people. It's currently out at the dump.
Yep, we're on
ideal.
the dump property. I always say we're recycling dogs.
Well, it's kind of a true thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's been a great place to be. We've been really thankful for just having a place to be. We've been there since 2008 by the grace of the county and, of course, Aaron and everybody at Averill's recycling there. And but it's time to move on.
Yeah. So you have a new, and it's fun to look on your Facebook page and kind of see the progress.
Yeah.
Tell us where the new location is.
The new location is milepost 74. It is just north of the way station that is south of town on Highway 101. If you know where they fly the model airplanes.
Oh, yeah. On that
it's
big
basically
field.
Across this street from there.
Yeah,
just this side of Yellow Fir.
I didn't realize that it was out on 101, and we drove south there a couple weeks ago, and I'd seen some stuff going on. I didn't realize it was the animal shelter, and then we drove by. My husband went, "Hey, that's where the animal shelter's going." Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's why we got that sign. Because
exactly.
A lot of people were wondering what was going on there.
I think that's what he saw was the sign.
Yeah, yeah.
So how's the progress going?
It's going great. It's really exciting. It's been a long process.
Yeah.
I mean, we bought the property almost a year ago.
Wow.
April of last year. We bought 13 acres there. So the part that people are seeing fenced is a very small part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes way back all the way to forest land is what's behind us. So it's actually a huge piece of property. We were only able to fence that area because it was $25,000
oh, I'm sure.
for that fence. So we do plan to fence in the rest of it so it's totally safe. But right now we have a nice safe perimeter.
And is that where, for the initial start, that's where you're going to keep the dogs in that fenced-in area?
Yes.
And
there's like a big fence that goes around a bunch of area, and then there's a kind of central area that has super fencing.
Super fencing.
Super fencing is what I call it because it has the big kickouts on the top. So that dogs can't climb in, people can't climb out, people can't climb in.
You get jumpers, they can't jump over
it.
No,
it's 8 feet tall, really sturdy, and plus it has the tops on it,
Yeah.
So it's the middle part where the dogs are kept all the time is very, very securely fenced.
Awesome. Well, are you going to be able to take more animals?
We are. We are, because the building, of course, is going to be huge compared to what we have now. Right now, we have a few 10 by 20s.
Right.
And this building is going to be huge. It's like 40 feet wide plus a 10-foot porch out the back, which is where the dogs are going to have the outdoor part of their kennels. And then it's 60 feet long. So it's huge building. And now that they just poured the concrete this week, and now you can really see that it's going to be so big, because up until now it's been like a frame for the concrete and where and so now you can really see how big it's huge. It's like, oh wow, we're going to have indoor bathrooms and
nice.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that that's a cheap endeavor.
Oh, no.
Yes. And so you're always looking for people to donate.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think you can donate on your website, can't you?
You can. We have a PayPal link to donate. You can, and if people have something that they think we could use, we definitely in-kind donations,
Sure.
Anything, because we're going to be needing everything from cupboards to, just shelving for anything, And
are you on the Fred Meyer Rewards?
We are.
thing?
We are on the Community Rewards.
Community Rewards,
That's an amazing fundraiser, actually.
So if listeners, if you don't know, you can go link your rewards card, and it doesn't take away any of your own personal rewards. What it does is it donates a percentage, I believe, of your does it come in quarterly or monthly?
It comes in quarterly. We have, I think, about 60 families signed up, and we actually get about $700 a quarter.
Wow. I think
that's huge.
Half of mine go to you guys, and then half of them go to TAP.
See, I didn't know you could like
yeah, you can split it up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Doesn't have to be 100%. Yeah. So yeah, they donate. Fred Meyer's donates a percentage of your.
It's just
spending.
like your rewards points. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's just you get yours, and we also get rewards based on you shopping.
I think they introduced it like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Yeah, and it's just been very steady, great program.
And are you also? You have other things like? Do you do Amazon?
We do.
Smile?
We do Amazon Smile.
So same kind of thing, but I think you.
And iGive is another one. If you use iGive as your search engine, then we get a percentage of that.
Yeah.
And Amazon Smile.
Yeah, and
course.
I think with Amazon, you have to shop through, it's like smile.amazon.com, but it's basically the same Amazon site.
But I know that when I log on to my Amazon, it says, there's this little box because I'm registered with Amazon Smile. So once you register with Amazon Smile, when you log on to Amazon, this box pops up and say, make sure that you shop through your Smile account. And then you just click that and it takes you to the Smile part.
Cool.
And it's anything on Amazon. It just is, you have to sign into that part.
Right, right. Which is great because it's not like, it's so easy to do, and yet it helps out somebody. It's not like you have to, it's not a lot of effort
and
on
it's
your
a
part.
great fundraiser for us. Too. Not only is it not a lot of effort for people to do those things, it's a great fundraiser for us because we don't have to go out.
Right,
and
you have no
I
overhead.
love doing the events and doing, going out and actually raising money. But those are so easy.
There's no overhead.
There's nothing. There's no work on our part, and so those are just really a blessing.
Cool. Yeah. So if you are not using those, people go out and do that. And I saw you're also looking for blankets right now, right?
Oh yes, we're always looking for blankets because of course we don't have a washing machine.
Oh.
And we can't use the public laundromat because the blankets are yucky and they're full of hair, and we don't want to ruin the public laundromat, or have people come in after
Why
we
does
wash.
it smell like dogs in here?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be polite.
Yes.
And so we just use them until we can't use them anymore, and then they get tossed. Yeah. So it'll be great because when we move,
you have a washing machine.
We will have a washing machine.
Yay.
There's a couple ladies in North County who are going to be doing a fundraiser for us for a washing machine. And originally we were like, let's go buy a big commercial, washing machine like they have at the laundromat. But, they're really expensive. The warranties really aren't that great. So we went over to Roby's and they hooked us, they showed us exactly what we need to get. Great product, 10-year warranty on them. So we're going to be publicizing that on the webpage pretty soon because they'll be starting that fundraiser
soon
for the washer and dryer.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like,
and the dishwasher.
Like a commercial washer is heavy duty for things, big, lots and lots and lots of stuff,
but not necessarily
really.
The big washer that we're looking at Roby's is I think it holds 40 towels.
Wow.
And 4 big blankets at a time. Which usually we have about 15, 16 dogs is probably the average that we have. Not everybody trashes their blanket or their bed on a daily basis. So, that'll be perfect for us. And it comes with a 10-year warranty.
And I'll say,
so that's awesome.
I think Cause for Paws did a blanket drive earlier,
they did.
like in fall or something.
Early winter, yeah.
Yeah, so I just went to Goodwill and I bought 10 blankets. They were $2.99 each. $30. Hey, here's 10 blankets.
And if anybody goes to Portland, and if you're in for adventure shopping, you go to the bins. We like to when we go to Portland, Dan and
I've driven in the parking lot. I saw the madness and I drove out.
It's kind of crazy shopping, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And they sell you stuff by the pound.
Right.
And so
blankets
we go in
light.
there and we buy a lot of fleece blankets.
Right, because
light. They're super light and you can pack a shopping cart for $20. So if anybody goes to the Goodwill bins in Portland, pick us up a few blankets.
There's
the bins.
No, it has a specific name. Like
the outlet or no.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it
you're
the
right.
Goodwill
Outlet Center or something like that.
I don't remember. I call it the Goodwill bins. There's one on McLaughlin. I know there's one in Hillsboro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been to the one I've been in the parking lot of the one at Hillsboro.
I've never been to the Hillsboro one.
Gosh,
the one huge. Right off. I guess it's not right on McLaughlin anymore. It used to be in this ancient building, and now it's up off McLaughlin, kind of over by the golf course somewhere up there. Just look it up, Goodwill, the outlet.
Or just
there's lots of stuff there. It's amazing.
I know, but you said, you have to plan. Like, you have to be able to spend a couple hours there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because there's just these big bins, and they come out with a little forklift thing, and they just dump an entire load
of stuff into
this bin, and then everybody goes running over there so they can
see, a swarm.
So they can be the first ones to see what's in this big new pile of stuff.
Oh man!
Oh, it's pretty funny. Everybody will clear out of the way in a forklift. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, talk about Tillamook Bay Community College. The Tillamook Bay Community College Foundation has more than $50,000 in scholarships to award to students and prospective students studying at TBCC. If you or someone you know is studying at TBCC or plans to enroll in the fall, then be sure to mention that applications for the scholarships are now open and will be accepted now through May 6th. To apply, log on to tillamookbaycc.edu and visit the scholarship page located under the Getting Started tab. Students will have to fill out one application per scholarship. There are opportunities for single parents, returning students, second-year students, students interested in the healthcare field, criminal justice field, and so much more. Do not miss out on this great opportunity to help pay for your education at Tillamook Bay Community College. So, surprise guest today, we're talking to Maria, and she's actually in the other room. We're looking at each other through a window, talking about the Tillamook Animal Shelter. And you guys have a fundraiser, speaking of fundraising and donating.
We do.
Money.
Tomorrow, it's the first fundraiser of the year, the first official event type fundraiser of the year. And it's going to be at the brand new Burkhart Gallery, and that's in Cloverdale. 34395 is the proper address, but of course you can't miss it.
I was going to say Cloverdale's a little small. Yeah. I mean, you drive
right
through.
There on the main drag in Cloverdale, downtown Cloverdale. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. The gallery itself will open at noon. They'll have refreshments all day, and then at 7:00 we're going to have a little concert with Fred Bassett and Sonia Kazan. I never say her name right, and I love her, and I always get her name
Sonia,
wrong.
If we get your name wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, so that should be fun. It's a $10 suggested donation. Of course, if you don't have the $10, that's okay too. But we'd like to raise a little bit of money.
Sure.
And this particular fundraiser, the funds are going to go towards the kennel walls, the actual kennels themselves.
Right.
Instead of building them out of metal, we're going to be...
Is that what they're normally built out of?
Normally, they're metal and wire, cage stuff. We're going to build them out of glass blocks.
Oh,
all the walls in between the kennels are going to be built out of glass blocks, glass doors in the front. The cages, they rust and
especially here.
And there's gaps in the bottom, and the dogs kind of mess with each other when they're side by side. And the glass blocks are going to kind of take care of that whole problem. Plus, it'll keep the place a lot lighter and less dungeon. We don't want it to look like a dungeon. That's our main approach here with the animal shelter, that we want lots of light and
very cool
and happy. Not don't want it to look like jail.
Is the Burkhart Gallery? I assume it's an art gallery.
Yes.
Right. And
yes.
Have they just opened?
They have just opened.
Nice.
There's two new art galleries in Cloverdale, and there might be another one. I don't know, but I know for a fact that there's two, and they're like right across the street from each other.
Wow, Cloverdale.
So I think that like what used to be Cloverdale Pharmacy is now a gallery.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Who knew? And you also, you guys don't put on this fundraiser, but Muttstrut's coming up again this year, right? And
it is.
Is it July 16th, I want to
say? Yes. It's in July.
Yeah. It's in July. It's a Saturday in July. I'm not exactly sure of the date.
Goodspeed Park.
Goodspeed Park. They had a walk. They had bouncy houses. They had a kissing. I mean, they
it's
went
gonna be
all
huge.
out.
It's
Courtney
going to be
and Nanda
even
did an awesome job.
Going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
This year, of course, put on by Nanda.
Yes.
Main sponsor, because it's in honor of Nanda's daughter, Sandi, and so Nanda's Wald, of course.
Yes.
But so much community participation.
Yeah.
Every day I see a new sponsor has jumped on with either raffle items or something.
Or
Last
just
year,
sponsoring the event.
definitely our biggest fundraiser.
Awesome.
Yeah, just sponsoring the event too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a huge local participation. And, that's ultimately so important because we get no funding
Right.
from anywhere. We
And
are
you're a
totally,
nonprofit.
we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we are totally supported by donations, any grant money we might get, things like that.
Right.
Yeah. So that one, that's a big fundraiser for us.
if
And
you-
that's a fun event.
Yeah, for sure.
The one day of the year that dogs are allowed at
At
Goodspeed Park.
I know.
Yeah.
And they have a walk, and you can walk with your dogs.
It's going to be shorter this year.
Oh, is it?
Last year it was pretty long, and of course we had it on the hottest day of the year
Of
last
course.
year.
Yeah. Well, middle of July.
But the walk is going to be a little bit shorter this year because it was pretty long last year.
Uh-huh.
Walked from Goodspeed Park to the high school,
Yeah.
and then all the way back on Evergreen.
Yeah.
So-
and then loop around.
Yeah, and so that was a pretty good walk last year. Some of the dogs got pretty tired and had to be carried.
Oh.
Yeah, I think my friend Rebecca's dog, one of our board members, one of her dogs had to be carried through because she didn't want
That's
to walk.
funny. I'm done, Mom. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And I know it's under the umbrella of A Cause for Paws. That's what their organization is called, and then they call it the Mutt Strut. And I know that, like you said, they're looking still for sponsors. They're looking for raffle items, and they're also looking for volunteers.
Definitely, because
So
it's a
reach
big
out to
event, a
them.
lot of people, a lot of booths. So we could definitely use volunteers. I'm sure the food trailer will be there again this year. So there's people needed to help with that, especially people with food handlers cards and things like that.
Yes.
Vital to the success of that. Yeah.
Very cool. That'll be fun. How does someone find out information about you?
Well, you can go to Facebook.
Yes, that's probably your most updated, right?
I do update the Facebook page the most. We also have, if you go to our Facebook page, there's a little button that says sign up. You can sign up for the Tillamook Animal Shelter volunteers page.
Oh, nice.
Where we put out needs and volunteer opportunities for people. So you can sign up there and kind of stay in touch with what's going on. But you can always call me. 503-812-0105. Give me a call and we can talk about what you want to do. We have tons of opportunities from walking dogs,
I was
petting
gonna say,
dogs.
Yeah, you could come up and do that.
Yeah, it's going to be really
They
fun
need
once
love.
we get to the new property.
Yeah.
Because right now you're kind of limited of where you can walk. You can either walk over in one field or you can climb this monster hill, which, if you're training for something, climbing this monster hill, I usually take one of the pit bulls so they could drag me up the hill.
Yeah.
Because it's
Give me some exercise here.
once you get up there, there's a really cool picnic table and a big giant
nice.
meadow. It's really cool up there, but gnarly
It's
hill.
a hike.
Yeah.
Sometimes coming down is worse than going up too.
At the new place, when the grass all grows in and stuff, it'll be cool.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen on your Facebook page, because I do follow it, you have groups that come up there and walk the dogs and pet the dogs because they need love. And
we do.
You don't. Like you said, it's you, your husband, and your son running it, and you guys have other.
Well,
lives
we have
as
other
well.
board members that everybody on our board does something. It's not just a board of people who sit around and go, "This is going to be the policy."
But what I mean is, nobody's sitting there petting the dogs all day.
No,
Right?
No,
Yeah.
and sometimes we get up to 18, 19 dogs, and it's
Wow.
hard to have enough time to properly clean everything.
Right.
Plus, give everybody the proper long walk.
Right.
Twice a day.
Right.
That you want to give them. Now, when we get there, everybody goes outside, either in pens or on runs and, things like that so that they can be outside and exercising themselves, playing with each other. But everybody still goes on a leash walk.
Right.
Twice a day. So
Yep.
it's really helpful to have volunteers to help with that stuff. And we don't make the volunteers do the icky stuff. The staff does that, and then the volunteers just get to play with
That's
the
fun.
dogs and walk them and whatnot. And it's really good for the dogs. Really
Sure.
good.
It will socialization.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need that.
They do. A lot of them are scared or shy, or you never
Yeah.
know what they've been through, and they need to see that people are good.
Yeah, they need to trust.
And they do.
We are going to take a quick break and talk about Tillamook Regional Medical Center. Sleep is far more crucial to health than you may realize. 25% of Americans report not getting enough sleep at night, and 10% say they suffer from insomnia. A lack of high-quality sleep can cause grogginess, fatigue throughout the day, but it can also lead to serious chronic diseases, including heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. Some tips for preventing sleep apnea and other sleeping disorders include quitting smoking, avoiding alcohol, caffeine, and heavy meals 2 to 3 hours before bed, developing a regular sleep schedule, and keeping the bedroom dark, quiet, and cold. Sleep experts also recommend powering down cell phones, tablets, and the TV in advance of bedtime. Tillamook Regional Medical Center's Sleep Lab is designed with you in mind. To find out more, talk to the experts at Tillamook Regional Medical Center. They are committed to the health and wellness of our community. So we are talking to Maria about the Tillamook Animal Shelter. Where do your dogs come from? Around the county, I assume?
Around the county.
Yeah.
Stray, or sometimes they're an owner release. A lot of times they're owner release dogs. People are moving or whatever the reason may be. Most of them come in that way. And then strays. Of course, some of the strays are reunited with their families, but a lot of the strays, nobody ever comes and gets them. You just wonder. They're great dogs, and what happened? Yeah.
Right. If someone does find a stray, what should they do?
Well, you can call the non-emergency number for dispatch, and the police will go out and pick them up. If for some reason the officers are busy, let's say it's a holiday weekend or whatever, they call us. If we're able to help and go get the dog, then we will go get the dog. But basically, somebody will come and pick up the dog from you. If you're able to, you can always bring it down there too. Just give me a call and say, hey, I found this dog, and just bring it on in.
Yeah. And do you have a network of shelters that you work with to
maybe
transfer animals?
We do, because we're a no-kill shelter. So space, obviously becomes an issue sometimes, because sometimes we take a dog in and we have to work with that dog for a while before they're ready to go to a new home. And so Oregon Humane, matter of fact, we're going tomorrow, taking 4 dogs to Oregon Humane. We also work
in Salem?
In Portland.
Oh, in Portland.
Yeah. We also work with Oregon Dog Rescue in Tualatin. I would say last year we transferred 35 dogs between those two organizations, and they get adopted so quick in Portland.
Yeah, well, it's such a big pool of people see them. I mean, we are a smaller community, so so we absolutely couldn't do it without them. We've even rescued a good number of cats, which we don't have a facility right now. Once we get moved, we are building a cattery, so we'll be able to add cats. But right now, we don't have anywhere to put cats. United Paws is very low on foster homes for cats. So I was going to say,
there's no resources here, for kitty cats. And so a lot of times we are able to say, okay, hang on to this cat until we can get to Oregon Humane. And then we take cats to Oregon Humane.
So United Paws doesn't have a facility. It's a network of foster.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
realize a few foster homes, and if something happens to somebody, then all of a sudden their fosters have to go somewhere. And so there's very few. So if you want to volunteer to foster kitties, that can definitely be used right now. Especially we're about to go into spring and kitten season, and we've already taken a load of baby kittens. We also work with Paws Animal Shelter in West Lynn. Anytime we get orphaned bottle babies of any species, actually, we take them to West Lynn. We had some babies just recently, about 24 hours old.
Oh.
And we took those to West Lynn.
Yeah, that's nice. And I know only because I've personally seen it, you don't rescue just cats or dogs.
Nope.
I saw an owl in your car.
An owl?
Like a month ago.
Oh, gosh. Hawks. We've rescued so many creatures. It's a turtle or a tortoise, the giant tortoise.
Oh, wow.
He was found walking down the street in Nehalem. A big giant tortoise walking down the street in Nehalem.
Well, they don't walk very fast, so how did it get out?
It went in somebody's yard. And he found it, and we advertised it all over on the Lost and Found everywhere. And nobody ever claimed
That's so bizarre.
The tortoise. So the person who found it brought it down to the shelter. And luckily, one of my friends took in the tortoise.
Oh, nice.
And so now his name is Attila. I post pictures of him often because he has a little, they adopted a dog from us also, a little Chihuahua. And the Chihuahua and the tortoise
are friends.
And they hang together. And the Chihuahua really likes the tortoise because the tortoise has a heating pad.
Oh,
and so the Chihuahua
yes.
lays on the
Hey.
heating pad with the tortoise.
Let's be friends.
Yeah. So I'm glad I get to keep up with the tortoise.
That's
but
cute.
we've rescued all kinds of creatures.
Yeah. And how would someone, if they're looking for an animal or they lost an animal, and like if they're two things, if they're looking for an animal to adopt or if they're looking for their animal that they lost, what's the best way for them to
If
do
you're
those two
looking
things?
for your lost animal, really the best, quickest way is Facebook. Either
Huge
get on
network of people.
our Facebook page, Tillamook Animal Shelter. There's also Lost and Found Pets of Tillamook County, of which I'm an admin, and there's a couple other admins. And we always post the found animals there, or you
Yep.
can post pictures of your lost animal, and we'll share it. I can't tell you how many reunions have happened.
It's amazing.
And quick. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll post a dog on there, and somebody's calling me pretty quickly going,
Well-
oh, that's mine.
Well, and you posted recently a husky that
Yes.
was on there, like a tan-colored husky, which I don't think we ever found out who the owners were, right?
We did.
Oh, you did?
We did find the owners, and she can't keep him.
Oh, well, okay. So
You know,
then he's up for adoption.
huskies are notorious runners, and
Yeah.
you have to have a really
They're sled
secure.
dogs.
And he just moved here from California. He was adopted out of a California shelter.
Uh-huh.
So she surrendered the dog.
Uh-huh.
She gave it to somebody else who really couldn't take it, but they thought we were going to kill him. So they came and were like, please just give us. And I'm like, we're not going to kill him. He's going to go off
Right.
to a good home.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
find
they
him a
just
good
gave
home.
us all his paperwork. So that was
Oh,
great
nice.
because we were able to know when he was vaccinated and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's which you hardly ever know when you get
Yeah.
a stray. You don't know their history. But what I thought was interesting was all the comments of people going, hey, so-and-so, isn't this your dog? Or does someone know this person? Because it looks like their dog. I mean,
There's
the
a lot
amount
of
people,
huskies.
Yeah, the amount
in-
of people that were like
Oh, yeah.
trying to help.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Incredible.
And I mean, if you look at the post, you probably can't see that, but as an admin, we see that post reached over 3,000 people.
Yeah, and that's the other nice thing about Facebook is that people share.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you'll see something shared 40 times.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's getting to all those people's friends and then their friends and
I mean,
Yeah.
all the time, people, I saw my dog on Facebook. You have my dog.
you have my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was the one, I think over the summer, there was a guy that was interning at the hospital or something that he lost
Oh, and
his
he
dog.
lost his dogs,
And they
and-
found him.
yeah?
Yeah, a couple days later, it was shared so many times.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
Facebook's great for that.
And
type of thing.
people will get together and go out on
And
search
search.
parties. I mean, there was
cute.
a dog up in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
and she was evading the police and Dan and everybody for days. We thought we were going to have to tranquilize her
Mm-hmm.
to catch her. And no, people went out, and search party, and she was finally caught by Sarah Redding.
Oh,
one of the
funny.
state
Yeah,
troopers. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So Sarah's the one that finally caught that dog. But there was just all kinds of people jumping in to help.
people, and I mean that's what this community is so awesome because we do all support one another.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it's great when that kind of stuff happens. We're about out of time, but can you briefly recap the fundraiser that's going on
Tomorrow night, Burkhart Gallery in Cloverdale. The music starts at 7, and it's a $10 donation for the animal shelter. And you can check out the new gallery and stuff. Sonia Kazan.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sonia. Sonia and Fred will be
Yes.
playing wonderful folk music. I'm sure you've heard them. They've played all
Yes.
over. And so they'll be playing at 7 tomorrow
Fun.
night. So
Okay.
Hope you'll join us.
Yes,
Yeah.
go down and for a good cause and help the
Yes,
animals.
yes.
Monday, we'll have the Headlight Herald here talking about the Home and Garden Show. Don't forget senior meals, noon every weekday at the Kiowanda Community Center in Pacific City. Cost is $3 for seniors, $6.75 for everyone else. Also, 11:30 at St. Mary's by the Sea in Rockaway Beach every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is April Fool's Day, and it made me laugh what Shayna wrote here. Believe nothing, trust no one.
Yeah, I saw some funny ones on Facebook this morning already.
Yes, so don't forget, today's April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is also Bee Day at the Fairview Grange, out at the corner of 3rd and Trask, 8:30 to 3. Go learn about how to be a beekeeper. And then obviously what we just talked about, the Tillamook Animal Shelter benefit in Cloverdale at the Burkhart Gallery. Happy birthday to Jeff Sherman, John Davey, who I know doesn't live here anymore, but kind of have to say, I mean, this is Mildred's room, so.
I didn't know he moved.
No, yeah, he lives in Portland now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Quentin Crossley and Deanne Norris. Thanks, Maria, for being our guest today.
All right,
Jumping
thanks
in.
for having me.
Thanks, Tillamook, for listening.